ready, Camila?
I'm ready.
Coming through.
Perfect. This is water. I swear to God. Rangers are coming on. Man, I got a guest on real quick. And that's water. This, I don't have the camera on. This is Ranger water. No, it's actual true water.
I should have gotten myself a cup as well.
You're not supposed to talk yet. You're surprised. God. My guest, I'm just kidding with you. my guest is from Guatemala. I think she grew up there. Her parents are from Germany and Chile. Did I get that right?
Kind of. Not from Guatemala, just lived there.
Shut up. Whatever. Germany, and where's your mom from? Or your dad's from Chile, right?
Yeah.
And your mom's from Germany.
Yep.
I got it.
Yep.
Anyway, she's also currently a pickleballer at went to University of Texas, Austin. And I'm just going to let you get cut to her right now. First of all, my name is Curtis Reese. Welcome to the show. And if you'd like, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, Pickleball Show with Curtis Reese. We're getting more sponsors. We're getting more stuff to give out, possibly, give it to the listeners and viewers and pros and future pros. So subscribe to it. Thank you. I said that. My next guest right now, she's right there. Tell us your name, please. Please, ma'am.
My name is Camila Zilveti.
There you go. Zilveti. Nice. And where are you based out of right now?
I'm currently based out of Austin, Texas.
Yay! Where'd you go? College at?
I went to UT Austin.
There you go.
Yep.
I didn't go there. I went to Southeastern Oklahoma, but I had to play college tennis, so whatever. Anyway, that's awesome. So we're going to consider you a Texan because you are here in Austin. You're balling and all that stuff. So tell us the way of pickleball. What, when, where, why? Boom. It's all you.
So when pickleball, at any local park, at any day of the week, my boyfriend and I go and play pickup.
Mm-hmm.
And then it has come to a thing where we maybe need to substitute playing pickup with 3-0s and 4-0s with drilling, which we have not necessarily made the move to yet.
Uh-huh.
But we basically play every single day, 4 hours, like whether it's just with each other, playing singles. My dad, he plays senior pro. We actually played with him.
Your dad plays senior pro pickleball?
Yeah, well, he
Nice.
got into it. Well, he's big into whatever I get into. He'll be like, great, this is a great time for me to spend time with my daughter.
Uh-huh.
And he's an excellent tennis player. And he was like, oh, pickleball, this looks easy.
Yeah,
I'm
right.
Senior bro.
What did he say? Was he like, whoa, did he pick it up quick?
Singles, he's incredibly good at. He is 62.
Young
and
man.
he's honestly faster than me and faster than anybody at my age. So speed-wise, he's got it.
You got good
singles,
genes.
He crushes it. Yep.
Pickleball genes.
He can do the front split.
Wow. So you started playing, 2 years ago? When did you start playing, and you just picked it up with your boyfriend at the time, or then, and what happened?
So I picked it up actually at a social Austin Sports and Social League.
Okay.
I registered with 2 friends. We showed up. I bought a set of Amazon wooden paddles.
Yes, you played wooden.
Oh yeah. I got the wooden $10 paddles.
It.
We won this Austin Sports and Social League, and I was like, this is super fun. I mentioned it to another friend. I was like, hey, I just tried this sport pickleball. It was awesome. He was like, oh, I know this park in East Austin.
No way.
And so he took me to this park. This park, if I could describe it, it is dingy, dirty. There have been shootings while I have been there.
Yeah.
There have been dead bodies found in the porta potties.
Yes.
There is a venue next door that hosts, let's call it adult entertainment parties, and they rent it out to questionable,
You don't play
characters.
pickleball, these people, do you?
They don't play pickleball, but they
I know,
show up to the parking lot. And so it's always an interesting vibe. People are always just drinking, having fun.
There you go.
It was very intimidating the first time I went. I was wow, this is a lot of people. They had a very clear system of this is how we stack paddles, So I went there. I was like, this is incredible. I told my friend that had taken me, I was like, I'm going to go here every single day.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I basically did. I convinced my dad. I was like, I'm too embarrassed to go by myself. I was like, come with me. And he was like, okay, we can go together. I made a friend, Maddie. And she was also, just
you want to name drop Maddie? What's Maddie's last name?
Maddie Wright. She this is a different unrelated story, but
I know it's all right.
I convinced her to play the Austin Open 3-0 with me. And she was like, perfect, I will do that with you. And she bailed on me last minute. And so I recruited another friend who was probably half her skill level to pretend to be Maddie. Don't tell anybody about this, And I mean, it was 3-0 pickleball. So it was really cared that we substituted the girl.
You had to stand
the
in.
level was the same.
So Maddie didn't play? Maddie.
No, so Maddie Maddie didn't play, and
How's she your bestie? I'd be mad at Maddie.
I know,
I'm
and so she's still one of my best friends.
There
I
you
met
go.
her at the
I'm
park,
just
and then a
kidding.
week later, I actually met my now boyfriend at
Yes.
that park.
Good for you.
Yeah, and then ever since then, we've been playing a lot of pickleball.
So
and
that's
he's my pro mixed doubles partner.
so
that's
that's awesome. So that's cool. Because listen, I don't know what number podcast this is, what number it is, but it's getting up to close to 100. And every single time we talk to a guest like yourself, and I don't just randomly choose people. And this is kind of the MO. I have to watch and check and see, and I figure out if they're going to fit the vibe we got going on. And so obviously, I watched you and some of the things you've done thus far, which is really cool. That's why you were asked to come on. And the story you're telling is another one. You met your boyfriend there. I mean, now you're playing mixed doubles with him. I mean, it's just awesome. So, what brand of I messed it up. What brand of paddle do you use, or accessories, or clothes, or whatever? What do you use?
I use the carbon paddle, the 1X. I absolutely love it. It was one of the paddles. It was a paddle that I was using, like just like paying for it myself, and I was like, this is a great paddle.
Yeah.
And once I started like playing in tournaments and actually like performing well, I reached out and I got sponsored by them. So that was like a very great sponsorship to get for something where it's like I was like I already like the product, and I was like I really want this one. And then I was at the time actually playing with the Carbon X paddle, or like the Carbon 1. And then they sent me a 1X, and I was like, this is awesome. Yeah.
So you're with Selkirk, is that right? Or who?
Carbon.
Carbon. Okay.
Carbon,
That's good, man. I mean, and so that's the brand you use. So what do we? The next question is like, do you like singles, doubles, or mixed, or do you not like? Well, just what do you play the majority of the time?
So I absolutely love and hate singles. It's like I get super excited while I'm playing it the first game. I'm like, this is the best thing ever. It's like only me. And then let's say 2 games in, I'm like, why am I doing this? This is not fun. I hate singles. But every time it's like a little roller coaster of emotion of like super excitement of like playing. Maybe an hour before, I'm just nervous. Like I'm just like shaking. I can't eat anything. Especially because like in doubles, it's like I have a partner. I can talk to someone. I have a little bit of like a, like, hey, I'm nervous, and they're like, oh, don't worry about it, But in singles, it's like if I mess up, it's like there's no one that can even attempt to take up my part of the court. And so, so singles, it's like one of those things where it's like I have performed surprisingly well in.
You're not feeling it, but so you don't like singles, or you do?
I love it and I hate it. So it's like I love it. I love it, and then sometimes I'm like, why am I doing this? But it's mainly on the love site. So that's,
okay, I know.
For sure.
I get it.
And then I love playing mixed doubles since I get to play with my boyfriend.
Yeah.
So that has been super awesome, especially like from the start where we played a tournament like at the beginning of our, let's call it pickleball career, where we got invited to play in pro. They like kind of needed more players.
Yeah.
And hey, we got our butts kicked, like absolutely butts kicked.
I understand.
But it was the most fun I think I've had playing pickleball. Like, it was like very low expectations, everything like that.
Well,
and then women's doubles, I've been playing with friends, and so it's been really awesome because it's like I haven't played with anybody that I've not had any blind dates or anything like that. So it's been purely just like I like this person, I'm gonna play with them, and if we win, we win. If we don't, that's fine.
So of all your what are you doing right now in pickleball and sport? Are you trying to go pro, or are you trying to start a brand? What are you doing with pickleball right now?
So I recently signed with PPA.
Nice.
So I signed a 3-year contract.
Congratulations.
With them, and thank you. And so that is super exciting, and I'm going to be starting with them on the tour at 2024.
Woo! See, you heard it right here. I knew you're excited. So you got in the PPA. What was that like? Kind of tell our listeners and future PPA potential players, or at least tryouts, what was your mindset when you were going through that, just playing for 2 years?
So to be honest, I think I got lucky on the right time, right space of the merger wars and unmerger wars. It was a combination of just a bunch of lucky events, in my opinion, because there's a bunch of, equally qualified players, great players. And it's hard to say like, hey, like I'm better than this person, I'm better than that person. I obviously have strengths and weaknesses as well, but it's one of those things where it's like I think I got lucky for the most part, and being able to just like get a sponsorship from them was honestly more than I could have hoped for. like I signed on to them, and now I get to play with my boyfriend. For me, it was like one of those things where it's like I was like debating. I was like, what do I do? Like, what if I do want to go MOP? And I was talking to my boyfriend about it, but I was like, but then I don't get to play with him. So I was just like, I kind of want, like, I was like, I'm strong on the PPA train. Like, this is what I want.
Yeah.
And so,
Well, at the end of the day,
I'm super excited about that.
we're speaking with Camila Zilveti.
Yep.
From up there from A-Town, Austin, Texas. She just signed with the PPA. She's one of many future pros we'll be having. They're coming through a part of the Reese Racket Sports studio show. She will be a part of that now. Well, congrats. That's just so awesome to hear. So tell us about the PPA. Are you just playing tournaments, or is the merger gonna have everybody? Because some people have come on. Kevin Mark and some other guys have come on and talked about the merger, MLP and PPA. How do you feel about what your path's going to be like?
Regarding the merger, to be honest, I think I probably know as much as you do on
Fair
it.
enough.
I haven't heard anything positive or negative, so in my opinion, no news is good news.
Totally correct.
So it feels something where it's like I am very comfortable and confident with my relationship with the people that I'm talking to in PPA.
Yep.
They haven't given me any reasons to doubt them.
No, don't do that. They're good people, man.
So it's kind of been a great thing where they have been super communicative with me, like regarding at least like my path. They haven't expressed anything regarding the merger.
Good.
But that doesn't necessarily affect me either. If there's more players, if there's less players, I'm here to be Annalie Waters anyway. So.
So you're here. Okay, I love that. All right, so let's go. What's your favorite story to tell about pickleball? What's one that you like? There'll be more. I know. You will come back on. You will circle back with this pickleball show and tell us where you're at in 6 months, and we'll look back on this and laugh. But tell us what's your favorite thing so far.
Oh, favorite thing. That's such a hard one.
First one that comes to mind.
I think just playing that first tournament. We played against
with Maddie.
I think it was. Yeah. Well, that one.
Sorry.
Well, actually, that one was a bit of a trip. I showed up to my singles game. I didn't get the text message. And it was my first time playing.
I know. That's cool.
The girl that I was playing against 3-0 singles was like, disqualify her. And I was like, I'm so sorry. I was like, this is my first tournament. Like,
you got DQ'd?
Well, no, because the ref lady was super nice. I was like 20 minutes late, but I was like, I'm sorry I didn't get the text. I was like, I've been standing at the ref table for like, they're like, fine, you don't get a warm up. And I was like, I was so nervous. Luckily, I ended up winning that one.
What?
But it was just such an experience where I was like, I am so sorry I didn't get the text messages. I've been just standing here, like.
I'm sure they gave you a break.
Yeah, so they gave me a break.
That's awesome, man. See, you dealt with adversity, and you're still in. You signed with the PPA. You're a baller. What is your favorite? Who's your favorite player? Male or female? Doesn't matter.
Stefan. I'm gonna slaughter his last name. Very good.
I know. I do that too. Believe me, it's okay. Stefan, we love you.
The worst part is I'm pretty good friends with Stefan, so it's embarrassing that I don't know how to pronounce his last name. But he's been one of the players where I would say one of the first, let's call it pro players that I befriended as like a friend. And he, from the start, even when I was playing 3-0 singles and 3-0 doubles, he was happy to come play out with us. He's been awesome. He's always in a good mood. Everybody just like adores him. He's just such a supportive like person as like on the court as a friend. And just overall, his just like output on pickleball has been incredibly useful, and someone that I can also like feel comfortable talking to about like, hey, like what do you think about this, or like what are your thoughts on whatever APPs, and he gives me his honest answers.
Well, good. I mean, we'll get Stefan on here. We'll circle back. We'll get him on here, but that's good. So, what's your favorite shot? Mine's the lob. I'm a dork. I'm old.
I've been working on a tweener.
What?
And
it has been
a tweener. And
awesome.
When I hit it and it goes in, it is the most satisfying thing in the entire world. I go beyond even if I lose a point, it's like I'm just like, this is the most exciting.
So is it like, what's the ratio? One tweener tried to one tweener made, like 1 to 50?
I would say 50% by now.
There you go. What?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm at like 50%. I had a really good one yesterday, actually. Playing.
Have somebody video it and email it. I'll put it on our website. And I'll put it on the show if you want to. I will.
I don't have one on me playing an actual match, which is, I was telling my boyfriend, I was like, my goal for my pickleball career is to be on center court and hit a tweener. That's it. That's like all I want is just to
have it feed you one. I want to see one. Have it feed you one. And he can try one. I don't care.
I mean, I have a video of me doing it. It's just more like I want to do it like in the heat of the moment. There was one where I was out in at the Pickle Mall in Arizona,
Wow.
and I don't know if you're familiar with those, but they have live recordings and stuff
At the Pickleball Mall, yeah.
at the Pickle Mall. And my friend Sydney that I was playing with was recording on the side.
No
I hit a
way.
spinner, and I was like, I got it. It was off camera by like an inch. And I was like, you can see everyone's reaction, like you can see the result of it, but you just like miss the actual tweener portion.
But everybody wants to see that, so you got to be on center
Yeah.
court. That's why it wasn't meant to be right there. Okay.
Yeah. Exactly.
Anyway,
So,
what's your favorite drill?
to be honest, I don't drill as much as I should, but I would say this game called TikTok.
Mhm.
I don't know if you have anyone here familiar with it.
Yes.
Where
Tell us.
both players go, they dink back and forth. The way we play is one person's just in charge of blocking, the other person's just in charge of speeding up. And you have a certain amount of dinks to go, so you have to speed up a ball within 3, let's say. So within 3 dinks, you have to speed one up. Meaning you kind of end up speeding up a couple crappier balls.
Yeah.
And you just kind of, I guess, get to know what can you get away with.
Exactly.
What can you speed up without, getting crushed.
That's great.
That
TikTok.
kind of stuff.
That's awesome. That's awesome. You heard it first here from our future top 5, maybe number 1 player in the world, Camila Zilveti. All right, what's your favorite tip? What do you tell players if you walk on a court or whenever you get more and more entrenched? I'm sure as a player, professional player, you'll be doing some traveling clinics, which is awesome. And what would you tell a 3-0, 3-5 player your favorite rule is for them to always remember? That's so important in pickleball.
My favorite rule is if you're not having fun, go home, pick a new hobby. Honestly, like it should be something where everyone's having fun at all times. It's like people, like you go out there, people are in a good mood.
Yeah.
And if you're not there to also be in a good mood, it's like you're doing it wrong. You need to, you just are taking the wrong approach about it. Where it's like number one thing, like I think at every level is you should just be having fun.
That's good. Have fun. That's the first time someone said that about 80 or 81 interviews. That's good. That's the beauty of this. Everything's different. Oh, that's awesome. So let's go to the next segment, which is called In the Kitchen. Okay. Are you ready? Okay.
Sounds good.
So what's your favorite band? What are you jamming to? I was jamming to Lord Huron, Not Dead Yet, off their new album. It's pretty good. Forgot the name of it.
So I would say I'm not a big music person
That's
is,
okay.
It's one of those things where it's like people are like, oh, what's your favorite artist? And I'm like, I don't really have one. Favorite song though is Fast Car, but the radio edit version, like the Jonas Blue of Tracy Chapman's like original song. Like the original one, I think it's great, but it's a bit
Boring.
slow.
But yeah, it's boring. I was in middle school when that came out. Shut up. You probably weren't even born. Anyway, but I remember when it came out, I was like, you got a fast car. Yeah, I turned that volume down real fast. So, sorry, Tracy. What about favorite movie? Favorite movie I can watch with my sons now, which is, I swear to you, I have 2 brothers and a sister, is Step Brothers. I broke the bunk bed of my brother Connor was like 6'6", and I was on top, bouncing. Can you imagine that? And then, and what's your favorite movie that you maybe watch with your boyfriend or best friends or whoever? What's the most recent one that you like the most?
Favorite movie, absolutely, She's the Man. I think it's with Amanda Bynes and Channing Tatum.
Yeah.
It's, I think, the only movie that I've watched more than 10 times. And I recently watched it on an airplane again. I was sitting there dying. It's the first time I've seen it in a few years. And I was just like, this is hilarious. I was like, this is so crappy, but so good. And I was like, I can quote basically the entire movie by now.
Yeah, I'm going to watch that again because the other person I like is Ryan Reynolds. God, he's so funny, man. All right, so let's go to favorite podcast. Mine's the Pickle Podcast with Thomas Shields and Zane Navarrete. I hope I said that right.
I think it's Nevertill, but yes.
Nevertill. I'm sorry. Thank you. Apologize. So what's your favorite podcast?
I think it's about to be your podcast.
I didn't tell her to do that. All right, so don't even start that crap. All right, but thank you. You will be. What do you listen to your podcast?
I don't actually listen to too many pickleball podcasts. Basically, I get my news fed, like people send it to me. People be like, hey, like listen to this segment or listen to this thing. And that's, it's kind of like if it's relevant to something.
Yeah, that's cool. So you just kind of pick. I wish I was like that, but
yeah, my boyfriend, he listens to podcasts every single day. He listens to a lot of paddle reviewing podcasts, I want to say, or just like paddle.
Does he play too? He plays too?
Yeah.
All right, there you go. That's a joke. Well, good. Well, there's tons of them out there, so I appreciate that. But let's go to your favorite sports teams. Who are they? The Rangers play today at 4:00 p.m. Central Standard Time. Sorry.
Sports teams as in American football,
Whatever you want.
absolutely zero.
Zero.
I am
I don't blame
on the sports teams. I would say I would go for college sports, so UT Austin for
There you go.
anything.
There you go.
And then I'm more of like an individual player type of thing where I think it was recently. I think it was Coco Gauff was playing Sabalenka.
Yep.
I think it was my first time ever seeing Sabalenka play, but I was like, I love the way she plays.
She's pretty
Every
good.
single shot, she just hits at 110%.
90 miles an hour.
Like every single shot, it's just like this is unbelievable. So I'm thinking more of like a personal player. I like to, rather than like a team sport watcher.
Team sport watcher.
Yeah.
All right. So what's something about you that nobody knows that's funny? I'll tell you what mine is. Diablo 4 came out. I started playing that back in, I think it came out in 94. Shut up. And season 2's out, so I'm jamming to that. So what's one weird and funny thing somebody thought think it's cool about you?
So I was thinking about this one, and I actually have a good one. When I was in elementary school, I wanted to be a professional NFL player, and I mean like men's NFL. I don't think I fully understood what that entailed, but in the yearbook, like people asked like, "What do you want to be when you grow up?" And I was like, "I want to be an NFL player."
Really?
And in recess, I like spent the entire time just playing football with the boys, and my grandma was super concerned, like, you can't, like, telling my parents, like, you can't let this girl think she can go into the NFL. And my parents were like, it's just a phase, like,
yeah, exactly.
And people, like, just let her be. And, obviously I grew out of that. I don't actually even watch football anymore, but it was just like, I wanted to be a professional NFL player.
Well, you're not even anywhere near a professional NFL player, but you are an amazing pickleball professional player. I can tell you that.
Thanks.
That's good. So how would our listeners contact you? Like say if you teach, maybe you start teaching some point in time, or maybe you don't, or maybe you just want to have to do a remote somewhere. How would somebody email you, or how would somebody contact you? I'm sorry.
So people can contact me on Instagram. It's just my name and last name all together. So it's Camila Zilveti, Camila Zilveti, or my email address, which is also my full name. So camilazilveti@gmail.com.
Oh, here it is. Here she is. I followed her. I follow you, right? Yeah, I follow you. Yep, I follow her. So I had one guy come on and block me. I said, "Don't block me." It's Brandon. It was Brandon. Oh God, French. He came on. He's a trip. Anyway, all right. Listen, I can be reached at Curtis@ReaseBracketSports.com or on the gram. Eventually on the Threads thing, but the Facebook, the LinkedIn, all that good stuff. You want to sponsor or want to try to come on the show, let me know. And that is all I got. Camila, man, you were awesome for coming on, and I really appreciate you getting back fast.
Thank you so much for having me.
Anything else you want to say?
I am just thankful to be on here and excited for the pickleball world.
Yes, she does. She's awesome. All right.